Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Cash, and this is Trucker News. As some very popular and influential people like to say, hashtag Trucker News. Now, here's what Trucker News is and what it's not. Okay, it's not completely accurate. It's read by a trucker, and it's about 95% literate. And I read it to you so you don't have to. Let's get into the stories today. I've got some great ones for you. The first story is truckers who use two ELDs should switch to paper logs immediately after the FMCSA revocation. Let's see. Second story. Yellow executives paid millions to stick around after company crumbled. Oosh. Concrete truck goes over 4-ton weight limit bridge and collapses that joker. Georgia declares emergency, suspends diesel and gas taxes. Woo woo, what's that? Here's what Georgia has planned for that blacked out police big rig. Ooh, that's a great story. You better be on your P's and Q's if you're going through to Georgia. A new Buc-ee's plans to be approved on land recently rezoned for a new truck stop. Man, they got us on that one. Arizona firefighters respond to second Nikola electric semi blaze this week. And the opinion piece of the day, nearly 200 pounds of liquid meth discovered in a semi's fuel tanks. Come on, let's get with it. First story, let's get to it. Truckers who use these two ELDs should switch to paper logs immediately. Let's talk about it. On Thursday, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration removed two electronic log devices from the list of approved devices due to providers' failure to meet federal minimum requirements. The FMCSA added that Falcon ELD and KSK ELD to the agency's list of revoked devices on September 14th. Motor carriers using either of these devices are asked to follow these steps. Number one, discontinue using the revoked ELDs and revert to paper logs or log to software to record required hours of service data. Replace the revoked ELDs with compliant ELDs from the registered devices list before November 13th. Carriers will be granted a 60-day grace period to replace the revoked devices. During that time, law enforcement is encouraged not to cite drivers using the revoked ELDs. Starting on November 13th, motor carriers who continue to use the revoked devices listed above will be considered to be operating without an ELD. Law enforcement will be asked to issue a citation and out-of-service order. The FMCSA has removed several other ELDs from the list of approved devices so far this year. They include Always Track ELD. I got a feeling it wasn't always tracking, you know what I mean? Or maybe it was, tracking your imaginary co-pilot. I called my company. I said, hey, Jesus rides shotgun with me. Can I get Jesus added to my ELD? Because, then we can run teams, me and Jesus. It's like the perfect trucking duo, in my opinion. And they said, hey, unless Jesus has got a CDL, I can't put him on there. I said, oh, that's just it. Jesus got a CDL. I mean, come on. When I say Jesus take the wheel, I mean, I'm in a semi truck. He better have a CDL. I don't know. They didn't go for it. They're all safety this and whatever. One Plus ELDs also off the list. ELD1 nationwide ELD. All truckers ELD. Golden ELD. Prime LD. And Secure ELD. Ooh. Or maybe that's Prime and the E goes to the ELD. Okay, I'll learn to read one of these days. If you're using one of those, you better get you a good one. I don't know why they let them get away with that resetting the logbook all the time. I'm sure that's what it's dealing with. But anyway, let's get on to the next story. Yellow executives paid millions to stick around as company crumbled. Ooh, should have got me a college degree. I could have been getting a golden parachute. I feel like I get golden other things now. Yellow paid its executives millions in bonuses to keep them around as the company failed, court papers show. $4.6 million. No, sorry, I can't even read it with a straight face. $4.6 million in bonuses were paid out to 8 current and 2 former. Oh, man, this bitch done quit. They still paying him bonuses. Oh, man. And this stuff right here, like, no offense, but stuff like this right here is why I prefer to be self-employed. It is, because I ain't making a bunch of money for some assholes that just gonna run it in the ground. You know what I mean? Yellow executives, in the weeks before the company filed bankruptcy, 2 million of those bonuses were approved by Yellow's board in June. When the company was in trouble but not yet considering bankruptcy, those were paid out on July 14th, just days after the approval. Yellow's dispute with the union escalated, and the strike notice from the workers caused Yellow's customers to withdraw their businesses. The reminder of the bonuses paid on July 31st is Yellow planned for bankruptcy filings. The payments were made in July, included $1 million to the chief operating officer, Daryl Harris, $1 million to Yellow chief restructuring officer. Oh, I think he owed us money. The restructuring offers? Oh, come on, man. No. You don't. When you do your job that bad, and they still paid the son of a bitch $1 million. Lord have mercy. And they also paid $625,000 to Chief Executive Officer Darren Hawkins. Yellow's former Chief Commercial Officer was also paid $250,000, and its former Senior Vice President of Human Resources was paid $23,000. Whew, man. Companies are encouraged to pay these executive retention bonuses prior to filing Chapter 11, as paying these bonuses during Chapter 11 is not permitted. Oh, got to get them bonuses in before you file bankruptcy. Right before, like, under the radar. Oh, man, yeah. Yellow, just a prime example and case study on how to not operate a trucking company. Concrete truck goes over 4-ton weight limit bridge, partially collapsed it. Careful with your concrete trucks, boys. On Thursday morning, Texas authorities responded to partial bridge collapse that caused the truck to fall into a creek. The crash occurred around 8 a.m. in Willis, Texas. When the North Montgomery County Fire Department arrived on the scene, they found a concrete truck had fallen through the bridge and was partially resting in a creek below. No injuries were reported. Sure enough, crews will use a crane to remove the truck from the bridge structure. And that's about all they got to say about it. So, hell of a ride for old boy in his concrete truck. Maybe this is some good news for truckers. Georgia declares emergency and suspends diesel and gas taxes. This week, officials in Georgia announced that fuel taxes will be suspended for a month due to rising inflation. On September 12th, Georgia Governor Brian P. Kemp issued an executive order temporarily suspending the state's excise tax on motor and locomotive fuel. Okay. Kemp's office said that the order will shave 35 cents off a gallon of diesel. Georgians will save 31 cents on each gallon of gas. Okay, note to self, fuel in Georgia. The fuel tax suspension went into effect Wednesday, September 13th, and will remain in effect until October 12th. Kemp says that he issued the executive order due to economic hardships caused to Georgia residents by inflation. So there you go. If you're going through Georgia, depending on your situation, maybe save yourself some ifta taxes, it sounds like. I believe that's what 35 cents is there. Now here we go. Georgia's bought them a next gen, a T680 next gen. Here's what Georgia has planned for that blacked out police big rig. I think just because a truck's painted black does not make it blacked out. I mean, look at the picture here. You tell me. I thought blacked out meant, like, you didn't have chrome mirror covers and you didn't have, like, polished aluminum wheels. You know what I mean? I mean, technically my wheels are blacked out, but that's just because of brake dust. I guess we call that more like browned out, maybe. I don't know. Viral video of what appeared to be unmarked Georgia police truck has been circulating on social media lately. Here's what the truck will be used for. Last week, Monster Customs Atlanta shared a video of a black Kenworth T680 with custom blue and red lights and a license plate designed as a Georgia state officer. I don't know what that means. CDF Live reached out to the Georgia Department of Public Safety to learn about what plans the agency has in store for the truck. The Motor Carrier Compliance Division will use the truck for enforcement details and pull the new driving simulator. The lights were installed last week, but the truck was damaged during the installation, and we are waiting for it to be fixed. It will be marked like an MCCD patrol vehicle. There you go. Georgia isn't the only state to use marked semi-trucks for police enforcement activities and education. A new Buc-ee's plans to be approved on land recently rezoned for a truck stop. That's bad for truckers. If you didn't know, Buc-ee's does not allow trucks, but yet we're going to lose out on a truck stop. So, plans for Ohio's first Buc-ee's are expected to be approved on partial land previously intended to host a new truck stop. The Hubbard Heights Planning Commission will hear preliminary development plans and a rezoning request as part of a proposal for a 74,000 square foot Buc-ee's location at the northeast corner of Interstate 70 and Ohio 235 interchange in Hubbard Heights, Ohio. The meeting will be held on Tuesday, September 12th. There you go, at Taylor's Road. Back in the fall of 2020, 35 acres of the proposed location were approved for two different truck stops, including a truck repair shop, multiple convenience stores, and truck parking. At the time, landowner said he feels there's a need for support services over the road truckers who have maximized their legal driving time and must rest. Now the plans for the truck stop have been scrapped and the land will instead be used for a new Buc-ee's location, one of the largest in the nation, behind the newly opened location in Tennessee. Buc-ee's outside of Dayton will sit on a 53-acre site with 6,700 square foot store, 120 gas pumps, 700 parking spaces, and still no room for trucks. These dirty bastards. The 18 remaining acres will need to be rezoned before construction can begin. The company will also be required to work with the Ohio DOT to conduct traffic studies to determine the needed potential road improvements on Ohio 235. It is unclear when construction could begin. Oh, these stupid Buc-ee's. Oh, am I the only one that doesn't like the situation of seeing a 900 billboards 500 miles out? I got nothing for you, Buc-ee's. You suck taking up truck stop space. Now to the next one. Arizona firefighters respond to the second Nikola electric semi-blaze this week, and they want me to sleep in one of these sumbitches. They out their mind, spontaneously combusting and whatnot. Multiple fire departments responded Friday morning to a fire involving an electric semi-truck in Phoenix, Arizona. Firefighters were called to the Nikola Motors Company headquartered in Phoenix Friday morning. According to reports, on arrivals, crews found an electric semi-truck on fire at the facility and called for assistance for additional crews. AZ Family reports that the truck caught fire during a roadworthiness test. I'm going to go on a limb here and say failed. In total, about 50 firefighters from Tempe, Phoenix, and Chandler responded to the vehicle fire. Oh my God. Another Nikola semi-truck fire occurred at the facility in Tempe on Monday, September 4th, prompting a response from Tempe, Phoenix, and Chandler fire departments. On June 23rd, 4 electric semi-trucks caught fire at the Nikola facility in Phoenix. The company initially blamed the fires on foul play. Yeah, your trucks are crap. That is foul play. But later said the fires were caused by a battery defect, which led to the vehicle recalls. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. There you go. All right, opinion piece of the day. I mean, as if they're all not all opinion based, right? In my opinion, nearly 200 pounds of liquid meth has been discovered in semi-fuel tanks. Oh, man. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers recently seized a large amount of illegal drugs from the fuel tanks of a semi-truck at a California border crossing. The drug seizure took place around 8:40 p.m. on September 7th at the Otay Mesa commercial facility. CBP officers encountered a 25-year-old truck driver in a commercial vehicle applying for entry into the U.S. The truck was referred to a closer inspection. During the hands-on physical inspection, officers noticed that a liquid substance inside the fuel tank that started to crystallize. Uh-oh, has he put death in his fuel? The substance tested positive for liquid methamphetamine. Damn it. CBP offloaded the drugs into 6 5-gallon buckets with a total weight of 195 pounds. The estimated street value of the drugs is $221,500. The truck and trailer and methamphetamine were seized by the CBP. Can I bid on that truck at auction? I'm just saying, maybe they didn't find it all. The driver was handed over to the Homeland Security for investigation. The unusual concealment method shows that drug traffickers will try anything to get their product across the border, says Rosa Hernandez, port director for the Otay Mesa Port of Entry. I am proud of the remarkable job our Otay Mesa CBP officers do every day, because even in the extreme weather, they do not lower their guard when it comes to protecting our nation's borders. I'm going to say, I did the math on that real quick. Liquid meth is still cheaper than putting diesel in your fuel tanks. That's what I would have claimed. If I was in that position, I would have been like, hey, have you seen the price of fuel lately? I got to run this sumbitch on liquid meth. It's 20% cheaper. Especially if you got that nice connect from the cartel, You can get your liquid meth in bulk, much cheaper than buying fuel. Maybe not cheaper than buying it with an ES Advantage card. Links below. Shameless plug. Just saying. But that's it, guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Think about it. Check out all the things down there in the links below. Take care of each other. Remember, people are more important than trucking. Hi, I want to talk to you today about the ES Advantage card. Everybody use my link to sign up down there. Get a $35 statement credit if you sign up before the end of August 2023. Also, you will receive major discounts at truck stops on fuel, tires, and maintenance, labor rates, all that.